Good morning, it's Barbara. The cicadas aren't as loud today. I'm wondering if we're coming to the end of the cicadas. How are you? Thank you for joining me. It's a lot cooler out here than it has been. My gizmo says it's 69 degrees. Lately it's been 70 something. But it's very cloudy, but it might be the kind of clouds that'll burn off. We shall see. Dennis thinks it's going to be a nice day, and if he's right, then I will be sitting out here for a good part of the day working on Christie's shawl, because I did not end up working on it at all yesterday. Thank you to everybody who came to our Zoom craft together. It was so good to see you all, and we had such a good time. But I can't work on Christie's shawl while I'm talking, and so I worked on my temperature library, and the girls are rowdy. They came out right as I was getting ready, which is why they are on my thumbnail. I did discover that I am very low or out of several of my colors, so I need to put in an order at DeevaaS Yarns to get colors, because if I'm going to do the same colors next year for the next year's temperature library, then I'm going to need those colors anyway, so I might as well just get everything that I'm running low on, get everything that's not a DMC color, essentially, because that's what I have from, bless you, Pearl sneezing. That's what I have from DeevaaS Yarns from my advent last year. So anyway, I worked on my temperature library during our craft together, and it was really lovely. But Valerie and I do not have a Saturday in September that works for both of us, so our next Zoom craft along, oh my gosh, is October 2nd, which is like 6 weeks. Yeah, so 6 weeks. But September just turned out to be busy. You know, I got a wedding and things going on, you know, so in the beginning, and she's working in the end. So October 2nd worked. So mark your calendars for October 2nd. It's a Saturday, and we will be Zoom crafting together again on October 2nd. So that should be fun. And thank you again, Valerie, for hosting us and engineering us. And we had a really, really lovely, lovely time. So thank you, ladies, for joining. And I got some work done on my temperature library, but it's got holes in the bookshelf because I'm out of 2 colors now, completely, and very low on lots of others. So I didn't have any good idea of how much floss it would take to do the books. I had no idea how, you know, obviously I couldn't know what the temperatures were going to be, and I actually didn't have a very good idea of how much floss was on one of my little tubes. So, you know, I jumped in there with no knowledge, and now I know. So I'll get a couple of each color just to make sure I get through the end of next year. So that's my plan. Oh, it's Sunday today. I wonder how Christy's doing. I bet if she doesn't have her air conditioning yet. I think we probably won't be crafting together until she gets her air conditioning, because she's in the little space she and Rich are sharing with air conditioning probably is not very conducive to, you know, Zooming is my guess. But I have to get cracking on Christie's shawl, and so I will be doing that today. In fact, I'm just going to grab it and come and sit out here, because if I sit in my living room, then I'm on my phone, or I've got YouTube on the television, or, you know, Dennis comes and talks to me. Of course, he comes out here. I can just tell him, I can't listen. And then until I get to the end of the row, and then it's a rest row between every lace row. So I can say, wait till I'm at the end of the row, and then he can tell me whatever it is he wants to talk about. Anyway, It was good to see everybody, and I know there are people who couldn't come, and we missed you, and hopefully we'll see you on October 2nd. So that was not. I wasn't talking about that anymore. Anyway, so I'm going to be sitting here working on the shawl, and for as long as I can. And it's supposed to be a nice day. I don't know, maybe Dennis will want to mow the lawn. If he wants to mow the lawn, then I won't be out here. But otherwise, I will be. So that's about it. Yesterday was otherwise not eventful. The highlight, of course, was the Zoom call. And Dennis was working in the kitchen, and I don't know. Took a walk. The walk was okay. Today's going to be better, so that'll be nice for a good walk. All right. Well, I am feeling like I have no idea what else I'm going to talk about, and so I have a tendency to ramble. And I think I won't today. So I will talk to you tomorrow, and I will show you Christy's shawl tomorrow. How about that? Maybe that will be some impetus for me to get much further, because I only have, well, I put it was the 15th today. I'm not sure. I'll fix that when I can look at the calendar. But that means that Christy and Rich are going to be here for in less than 2 weeks, or maybe 2 weeks. Maybe 2 weeks they'll be here, because I think they're coming on a Sunday, and it is a Sunday. So Valerie, thank you, Val. It is the 15th. So Christy and Rich will be coming in 2 weeks and staying here. So it would be nice if it were finished when she got here, but it doesn't need to be finished until the wedding. But it would be nice to have it finished, you know, and although I do need to talk to her about how long she wants it. I forgot to ask her that. I'll text her when I'm done here today, because I have to decide if I want to add the extra 2 panels and give it a little more depth in the back, you know, on her shoulders and on her arms. And I forgot to ask her what she preferred, because I would like it to be however she would like it. So, but I have plenty of time. I have plenty of time to make it giant, because I can do that once I get started. So, once I get going. So, but I do need to do that, because I have 2 weeks till they come, and I do need to make a list of things that I have to do. Because the other thing is, I'm going to be making the guest book. Now that I've made 2 books, I'm like a pro. But I did order some book making materials, including some teal fabric for the binding, so it will match. And everything but the fabric came. I sent them an email and said, and I got an email back yesterday saying, oh, it's coming in 2 packages. Now, there was no indication that it was coming in 2 packages. The packing slip that was inside the package had all 4 things listed. You know, the email saying, this is what, you know, we're shipping your order, and had the whole order on. There was no indication on anything that it was coming in 2 packages. So, either, I mean, I don't know how big of a place this is, so maybe they don't have the ability to do a, you know, an insertion into the package of just what's in the package. Or maybe they're like, oh, we forgot to put the fabric in. Let's put it in another package and tell her it's shipped in 2 packages. Whatever. It's on its way. So, so that will be good. But that's also on my list. I have to make the book. I want to design the inner pages of the book and print them, you know, like light lines for people to write on, you know, so that they, you know, they'll appreciate a little tiny shade of a line to write on, so if they give Christy their best, enrich their best wishes and whatever, So the paper needs a little to be designed. I need to figure out the size and everything. So I have talked to Christy a little bit about my idea of how I had, and she gave her input on what she wanted on it, and so I have an idea of what it's going to look like. I just don't have any idea how to make that happen. Hopefully Dennis has some software that, I just actually, if I could do it by hand and then just scan it in and print it as many times as I needed it, That would, assuming I can do it and it looks good, big assumption. But, well, maybe this is my time. I need to take a calligraphy course real quick on Craftsy. I bet they have one. I just have to do one prototype that I like that looks good, and then just have Dennis scan it in and print it out, and there you go. Because she's having 40. She's expecting around 45 people, but like Dennis and I'll take one page together, So it's not going to be a giant book. It doesn't have to be a giant book. So anyway. I need to make a list so I don't forget anything, and I have a couple weeks to get things done, and sheets on beds and things like that, because they're going to be visiting with my granddog Wicket. The girls are going to be so excited because they think Wicket's the bee's knees, don't you, girls? And Wicket thinks they're monsters who are trying to get him. Poor Wicket. And Wicket gets to get on the couch, doesn't he? Yeah, Wicket gets to break the rules in this house. He's allowed on the couch. My girls are not allowed on the couch, although Pearl gets on my chair. When I'm not there, if I go to bed early and she's up, she climbs in my chair and sits in my chair. Pearl loves me, don't you, pup? Aren't you my girl? She's right here. Where's Maisie? I have no idea, but Pearl's my girl, and she's right here with me. All right. So that's the plan. Maybe I'll make a list today and work on the shawl, and that should work out. Get a start. It'll be a start. It'll be a start. Right, pup? So we're going to go get the shawl and sit out here. The cicadas. There's a little something going on back there, but I don't hear the cicadas. That could be just regular old bugs. Could be cicadas, I guess. But it's nothing like what was going on before. I mean, this is, a cacophony before. Someone had mentioned that they thought there was a problem with the video. Did I tell you that yesterday? That they had trouble with the sound on my video, and I'm like, oh, that's too bad. I mean, I only listened to it back for a few minutes, and I think it was the cicadas. Were so loud. She's like, oh, I don't know what's going on with my video. But anyway, all right. Yeah, we'll be out here. We'll be out here. Picture me right here. This is going to be my view because I'm going to sit in that chair over there. Please have a wonderful day. Please take good care of yourselves. And I will talk to you tomorrow. And I will show you, and I will even, pretend like I'm a podcaster. And I'll put a stitch marker where I was when I started today, so you can see how far I got. That's going to help me work on this, because I don't have anything else that has to happen today. So I could get pretty far. But the rows are getting longer by a lot. And I'll text Christy and see how long she thinks she wants it. I'll have to guess, I guess. What her choices are. Anyway, take care of yourselves. Keep yourself healthy. Be careful, please, 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 and stay safe and stay sane. Bye, everybody.